29 pages through this one and I'm loving it so far. I'm adoring the character, the writing style, everything about how this character is reflecting on their actions and how self-aware they are, how involved the writing makes you feel in this. I've highlighted and tabbed so many areas of it, so many quotes about how when she's job seeking she lies on her application and it's sort of like a white lie, and just really relatable scenes and things. I just find this whole entire character and discussion around this character so realistic and so real, and I feel as though that's not very common in these books, and I just love it when you can sympathize and see yourself in a character because it makes you feel so much more connected to the story. A lot of the things she says is just so factual, there's not much hidden behind it in terms of prose. I just love how the writing style really carves out this character for you, and yeah, like I say, there's just so many elements of this in which I'm like, I feel as though this has been me or I've experienced this, and her reflection on the past timeline as well. I'm loving how it's always her reflecting on her high school moments and then her stating something and in retrospect speaking about it, and that's a really interesting aspect and element of this book too. So yes, enjoying it so far, excited to see what's to come and how this character develops and whether I continue to enjoy the writing and whether anything new sprinkles in, so I'll keep you updated. Just read the section where he leaves her alone and Arthur ends up getting a call from supposedly his wife after him and her have just had sex, and it is so devastating. It feels so impactful how normal it's written and how straight to the point it is and how very realistic it was, and I feel for her so much. But I'm intrigued to see what happens here and whether their relationship stops or it makes him progress further. This whole entire moment of her now being his shame and his secret feels so vulnerable and so real and so raw. Just reached part 4 and she is driving me insane. I know she is in love with Arthur, but I just feel so sorry for her. She has no self-worth and no self-love and cannot get out of this obsession and this need and want to be with this man and see through his falsities and lies, and it just feels so real and raw, because when you're that infatuated with someone and you feel as though you're in love with someone, you only want the best for them and you want the best for yourself, and you only see true things. And even if an outside perspective comes in and tells you what's going on, like when she had the FaceTime with Soph, it just doesn't work because you're just so enraptured and enamored by a single human being, and it's so frustrating to read but so understandable to digest at the same time. I just finished Green Dot and I'm rating it in my great tier. I thought this was packed full of themes of learning to accept circumstances, love and heartbreak, and falling in love with someone that you can't have, and beginning to appreciate yourself and feel self-worth and love, and just themes like friendship and family and not being able to run away from your life, and just it had so much in it, and the vulnerability and the rawness of the characters and how true this felt to life was astounding. How this author managed to weave these characters into the story made the writing seem so alive, and the characters spin to life as well was fantastic. That anguish I felt towards our main character and the heartbreak I was feeling alongside her, how much of a wild ride this whole entire entire novel was. It was just fantastic. It was great. It was heartbreaking, mesmerizing, and enthralling, and the obsession and addiction that this character had with Arthur and the love interest was just fantastic. How beautifully it was done and how heartbreakingly real and raw it was. How it ended as well was just the cherry on top, to be completely honest. And I ended up loving this book so much. So good, and it will definitely stick with me for certain. So rating it in my great tier. So glad to have picked it up for this Bunnies Book Club pick for August. I hope you loved it too. Would love to hear your thoughts as ever down below, and thank you ever so much for joining on this adventure. Cannot wait to read next month's pick with you, and I hope in the meantime that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful day or night. And until next time, bye.